In the turbulence of life, conflict is inevitable. Whether it's a clash of opinions, a disagreement at work, or a rift in relationships, conflict can disrupt our peace and harmony. However, the ancient philosophy of Stoicism offers timeless wisdom on how to navigate these stormy waters with grace and composure. Drawing from the teachings of Stoic thinkers like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca, we can learn valuable strategies for resolving conflicts peacefully while maintaining our inner tranquility. 1. Acceptance of the nature of conflict. In the tapestry of life, conflict is an inevitable thread woven into the very fabric of human existence. Stoicism, the ancient philosophy forged in the fires of adversity, teaches us to embrace the reality that conflict is not an aberration, but a natural part of the human experience. The Stoic perspective. Stoicism invites us to adopt a perspective that transcends fleeting emotions and temporal concerns. It teaches us to see conflicts not as obstacles to be avoided or sources of distress, but as opportunities for growth and self-discovery. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Harmony with nature. At the heart of Stoic philosophy lies the concept of living in accordance with nature. Just as the natural world is governed by cycles of growth, decay, and renewal, so too are human relationships marked by ebbs and flows, tensions and resolutions. By accepting the nature of conflict, we align ourselves with the rhythm of the cosmos, finding peace in the midst of turmoil. Embracing impermanence. Stoicism reminds us of the impermanent nature of all things, including conflicts. Just as storms rage and then dissipate, so too do conflicts arise and eventually subside. By embracing impermanence, we free ourselves from the grip of fear and anxiety, knowing that even the most challenging conflicts are but passing clouds in the vast expanse of the sky. A catalyst for growth. Rather than viewing conflict as a threat to our well-being, Stoicism teaches us to see it as a catalyst for growth and transformation. Just as the sculptor hews away at marble to reveal the beauty within, so too do conflicts shape and mold our character, revealing hidden depths of resilience, wisdom, and compassion. The serenity of acceptance. In the serenity of acceptance, we find refuge from the storms of conflict. Stoicism teaches us to cultivate a mindset of equanimity, accepting the things we cannot change and finding the courage to change the things we can. By surrendering our attachment to outcomes and embracing the present moment, we discover a profound sense of peace that transcends the turmoil of conflict. 2. Practice of impartiality. In the arena of conflict, the Stoic sage stands as a beacon of impartiality, guided by reason and empathy rather than the turbulent currents of emotion. The practice of impartiality, rooted in the timeless principles of Stoicism, offers a pathway to understanding, reconciliation, and peace. The Stoic ideal of objectivity. Stoicism teaches us to view conflicts with clarity and objectivity, free from the distorting lens of personal bias or prejudice. Just as the philosopher seeks truth through reason and inquiry, so too do we approach conflicts with an open mind and a willingness to consider all perspectives. By transcending our subjective preferences and attachments, we cultivate the impartiality necessary for genuine understanding and resolution. Cultivating empathy and compassion. Central to the Stoic ethos is the cultivation of empathy and compassion for all beings. By recognizing the inherent worth and dignity of every individual, we strive to understand the thoughts, feelings, and motivations underlying their actions. Through empathy, we bridge the divide between ourselves and others, fostering a spirit of goodwill and cooperation even in the midst of conflict. Seeking the common good. Stoicism exhorts us to prioritize the common good above personal gain or egoistic desires. In the heat of conflict, we must rise above the temptation to pursue narrow self-interest and instead strive for outcomes that benefit all parties involved. By aligning our actions with the principles of justice, fairness, and mutual respect, we sow the seeds of harmony and solidarity in the fertile soil of human relationships. The discipline of detachment. In practicing impartiality, Stoicism teaches us the discipline of detachment, the ability to step back from our own desires and attachments and see conflicts from a broader perspective. By relinquishing our need to be right or to win at all costs, we create space for dialogue, negotiation, and compromise. In the words of Epictetus, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. The wisdom of equanimity. In the face of conflict, Stoicism offers the wisdom of equanimity, the calm acceptance of whatever may come. By cultivating inner tranquility and resilience, we remain steadfast amidst the tumult of external events, neither swayed by praise nor deterred by criticism. In the stillness of the mind, we find the clarity and serenity necessary to navigate conflicts with grace and dignity. In the practice of impartiality, we discover a path to peace that transcends the divisions of ego and identity. Let us embrace the Stoic virtues of reason, empathy, and justice, forging bonds of understanding and harmony in a world too often torn asunder by strife and discord. For in the practice of impartiality lies the promise of a brighter future, one built not on conflict and contention, but on cooperation and mutual respect. 3. Focus on virtue and integrity. In the crucible of conflict, the Stoic sage stands unwavering, guided by the timeless principles of virtue and integrity. In the pursuit of peaceful resolutions, Stoicism teaches us to prioritize these noble ideals above all else, anchoring our actions in the bedrock of moral excellence, the primacy of virtue. Stoicism reminds us that true success and fulfillment lie not in external possessions or accolades, but in the cultivation of virtue, the qualities of character that define our humanity. Whether faced with praise or censure, victory or defeat, the Stoic remains steadfast in their commitment to virtues such as courage, wisdom, justice, and compassion. By grounding ourselves in virtue, we chart a course through conflict guided by the light of moral clarity and purpose. Alignment with nature's harmony. Stoicism teaches us to align our actions with the natural order of the cosmos, harmonizing our will with the universal principles of reason and justice. In the face of conflict, we are called to embody the virtues that reflect the inherent goodness of the human spirit, transcending the narrow confines of self-interest and ego. By acting with integrity and moral rectitude, we contribute to the greater harmony of the world, fostering peace and goodwill in our interactions with others. The courage to stand firm. In moments of conflict, Stoicism summons forth the courage to stand firm in defense of our principles and values. Like the Stoic heroes of old, we confront adversity with unwavering resolve, refusing to compromise our integrity or betray our conscience for the sake of expediency or convenience. By embodying the courage of our convictions, we inspire others to follow the path of righteousness and honor, even in the face of daunting challenges. The light of moral clarity. Stoicism illuminates the path through conflict with the light of moral clarity, enabling us to discern right from wrong and to act with unwavering certainty. In the midst of confusion and chaos, the Stoic relies upon the timeless principles of virtue as their guiding stars, navigating the turbulent waters of conflict with wisdom and discernment. By upholding the highest standards of moral conduct, we pave the way for reconciliation and healing, bridging the divides that separate us and fostering unity in diversity. The legacy of integrity. In the annals of history, the Stoic sage stands as a beacon of integrity and moral excellence, inspiring generations to come with their exemplary deeds and noble character. In navigating conflict with grace and dignity, we leave behind a legacy of virtue that transcends the limitations of time and space, guiding future generations along the path of righteousness and truth. In focusing on virtue and integrity, we find strength and resilience in the face of adversity, forging a path through conflict illuminated by the light of moral clarity and purpose. Let us heed the call of Stoic wisdom, cultivating the virtues that elevate the human spirit and illuminate the darkest corners of the human heart. For in the pursuit of virtue lies the promise of a world transformed, a world where conflict yields to peace and division gives way to unity and harmony. 4. Exercise of self-control. In the tempest of conflict, the Stoic sage stands as a paragon of self-mastery, harnessing the power of disciplined thought and action to navigate turbulent waters with grace and composure. Through the exercise of self-control, Stoicism offers a steadfast anchor amidst the storm, empowering us to respond to conflict with wisdom, temperance, and resilience. The mastery of emotions. Stoicism teaches us that true freedom lies not in the absence of conflict, but in our ability to govern our own reactions to it. In moments of provocation and strife, we exercise self-control by tempering the flames of emotion with the cool waters of reason. By mastering our passions and desires, we liberate ourselves from the shackles of anger, fear, and resentment, paving the way for clarity of thought and purposeful action. The serenity of equanimity. Central to Stoic philosophy is the cultivation of equanimity, the serene acceptance of whatever may come. In the face of conflict, we practice self-control by maintaining an inner tranquility that remains undisturbed by external events. Like the Stoic philosopher seated amidst the chaos of the marketplace, we remain unperturbed by the tumult around us, anchored in the stillness of our own minds. The discipline of response. Stoicism teaches us that while we cannot always control external circumstances, we retain the power to choose our response to them. In exercising self-control, we pause before reacting impulsively, taking a moment to reflect on the consequences of our actions. By responding thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively, we reclaim agency over our lives and contribute to the resolution of conflict with wisdom and discernment. The triumph of virtue. Stoicism reminds us that true victory lies not in the defeat of others, but in the triumph of virtue over vice. In moments of conflict, we exercise self-control by staying true to our principles and values, even in the face of adversity. By acting with integrity and moral rectitude, we rise above the petty concerns of ego and ambition, inspiring others to follow the path of righteousness and honor. The path to inner freedom. Ultimately, Stoicism teaches us that the highest form of self-control is the mastery of oneself. By cultivating inner discipline and self-awareness, we liberate ourselves from the bonds of attachment and desire, finding true freedom in the sovereignty of the soul. In the exercise of self-control, we discover a wellspring of strength and resilience that enables us to navigate conflict with grace and dignity, emerging unscathed from the crucible of adversity. In the exercise of self-control, we find liberation from the tyranny of circumstance and the tumult of emotion. Let us heed the wisdom of Stoicism, cultivating the virtues of discipline and restraint that empower us to navigate conflict with grace and fortitude. For in the crucible of self-mastery lies the promise of inner peace and the triumph of the human spirit. 5. Embrace the power of acceptance. In the labyrinth of life, the Stoic sage finds solace in the serenity of acceptance, embracing the ebb and flow of existence with a tranquil heart and a steadfast mind. Through the power of acceptance, Stoicism offers a pathway to inner peace and equanimity amidst the tumult of conflict, empowering us to find harmony within ourselves and with the world around us. The wisdom of serenity. Stoicism teaches us that true peace arises not from the absence of conflict, but from our willingness to accept the reality of the present moment. In embracing acceptance, we relinquish our resistance to what is and find liberation from the chains of expectation and desire. Like the Stoic philosopher gazing upon the shifting sands of time, we find serenity in the acceptance of impermanence and change. The surrender to the divine will. Central to Stoic philosophy is the notion of living in accordance with nature's divine order. In moments of conflict, we practice acceptance by surrendering our will to the higher purpose of the cosmos, trusting in the inherent wisdom of the universe. By relinquishing our attachment to outcomes and embracing the unfolding of events with equanimity, we align ourselves with the harmonious rhythms of creation. The liberation from suffering. Stoicism teaches us that much of our suffering arises not from external circumstances, but from our resistance to them. In the practice of acceptance, we release our grip on the illusions of control and certainty, finding freedom in the acceptance of life's inherent uncertainty. By embracing the power of acceptance, we transcend the limitations of fear and anxiety, finding refuge in the unshakable calmness of the present moment. The courage to let go. In the face of conflict, Stoicism calls us to summon the courage to let go of our attachments and grievances, releasing the burdens that weigh heavy upon our hearts. By embracing acceptance, we open ourselves to the possibility of forgiveness and reconciliation, paving the way for healing and renewal. Like the phoenix rising from the ashes, we emerge from the crucible of conflict with newfound strength and resilience, ready to face the challenges of tomorrow with grace and dignity. The gateway to inner peace. Ultimately, Stoicism teaches us that the power of acceptance is the gateway to inner peace and fulfillment. In the stillness of acceptance, we find refuge from the storms of conflict, discovering a profound sense of contentment that transcends the vicissitudes of life. By embracing acceptance as a way of being, we cultivate a deep sense of gratitude for the precious gift of existence, savoring each moment with reverence and awe. In the embrace of acceptance, we discover a wellspring of inner strength and resilience that empowers us to navigate conflict with grace and dignity. Let us heed the wisdom of Stoicism, cultivating the power of acceptance as a guiding light on the journey towards peace and self-realization. For in the serenity of acceptance lies the promise of a life lived in harmony with the eternal rhythms of the cosmos. 6. Practice gratitude and resilience. In the crucible of conflict, the Stoic sage cultivates an unwavering spirit of gratitude and resilience, drawing strength from the wellspring of inner fortitude and appreciation for life's blessings. Through the practice of gratitude and resilience, Stoicism offers a transformative lens through which to navigate the challenges of conflict, empowering us to find beauty amidst adversity and strength amidst turmoil. The attitude of gratitude. Stoicism teaches us to cultivate an attitude of gratitude, recognizing the abundance of blessings that surround us even in the midst of conflict. In moments of turmoil, we shift our focus from what is lacking to what is present, acknowledging the myriad gifts of existence with humility and appreciation. By practicing gratitude, we cultivate a sense of abundance that transcends the limitations of external circumstances, fostering a deep sense of contentment and fulfillment. The power of perspective. Central to Stoic philosophy is the notion that our perception shapes our reality. In the practice of gratitude, we shift our perspective from one of scarcity to one of abundance, recognizing the inherent beauty and goodness that permeates the fabric of existence. Like the Stoic philosopher contemplating the vastness of the cosmos, we find solace in the realization that even in the darkest of times, there is light to be found if only we have eyes to see. The resilience of the spirit. Stoicism teaches us that true strength lies not in the absence of adversity, but in our ability to withstand and overcome it. In moments of conflict, we summon forth the resilience of the spirit, drawing upon the wellspring of inner fortitude to weather life's storms with grace and dignity. By cultivating resilience, we transform adversity into opportunity, emerging from the crucible of conflict stronger, wiser, and more resilient than before. The practice of acceptance. In the face of conflict, Stoicism calls us to embrace acceptance, not resignation, but a deep surrender to the flow of life's unfolding. By accepting what is with equanimity and grace, we free ourselves from the grip of fear and resistance, finding liberation in the serenity of acceptance. Like the Stoic sage who embraces the inevitability of change, we find solace in the realization that even the most challenging conflicts are but fleeting moments in the grand tapestry of existence. The path to inner peace. Ultimately, Stoicism teaches us that the practice of gratitude and resilience is the path to inner peace and fulfillment. In the embrace of gratitude, we discover a profound sense of contentment that transcends the fluctuations of external circumstances. In the cultivation of resilience, we find strength and resilience in the face of adversity, emerging from conflict with grace and dignity. In the practice of gratitude and resilience, we find refuge from the storms of conflict, discovering a profound sense of peace and fulfillment that transcends the vicissitudes of life. Let us heed the wisdom of Stoicism, cultivating the virtues of gratitude and resilience as guiding lights on the journey towards peace and self-realization. For in the practice of gratitude and resilience lies the promise of a life lived with purpose, meaning, and profound inner contentment. In the journey of life, conflicts will inevitably arise, but how we respond to them defines our character and inner peace. By embracing the timeless wisdom of Stoicism, we can navigate conflicts with grace, integrity, and resilience. Let us strive to cultivate a mindset of acceptance, impartiality, and self-control, fostering understanding and empathy in our interactions with others. In doing so, we can transform conflicts into opportunities for growth and reconciliation, leading to greater harmony and peace in our lives and the world around us.